In recent weeks, strange sightings have been lighting up the skies across the U.S. Unexplainable drones, glowing orbs, and aircraft unlike anything we've ever seen. Donald Trump himself sounded the alarm, questioning if the government really has no idea what's happening. But what if they do know? What if this is all part of something much bigger? As if that weren't enough, NASA insiders have stepped forward with shocking claims about Project Beam, a covert initiative that could finally connect the dots. Is it all a lie? Or are we witnessing the first steps of a plan that's decades in the making? Let's uncover the truth before it's too late. Monast's dystopian vision. Serge Monast remains a mysterious figure to this day. Born on August 12, 1945, in Canada, little is known about his early life, education, or upbringing. His personal history is shrouded in mystery, much like the theories he would later become famous for. But by the 1970s, Monast had found his calling as a journalist and eventually as a prominent conspiracy theorist, delving deep into the intersections of politics, science, and technology with a relentlessly skeptical eye. Interestingly, Monast wasn't just a theorist, he was also a poet. While his poetic works are far less known, they reveal a reflective side of him, grappling with life's bigger questions and humanity's unsolved mysteries. But Monast's real claim to fame and controversy came in the 1990s when he unveiled what would become his most infamous theory, Project Bluebeam. This idea would cement his legacy as one of the most polarizing figures in the world of conspiracy theories, sparking debates that continue to this day. At the core of Monast's theory is a bold, almost cinematic premise, a secret plan to dismantle the world's major Abrahamic religions and replace them with a unified New Age belief system. And how would this be achieved? Through what he described as NASA's advanced, almost otherworldly technology. In his view, the space agency was not just exploring the stars but orchestrating a grand deception, using cutting-edge tech to create stunningly realistic, holographic simulations. This deception, according to Monast, would culminate in a staged alien invasion. The concept was nothing short of staggering, an orchestrated event designed to create mass panic and compel nations to unite under a single global authority. For Monast, this was no science fiction fantasy but a calculated scheme devised in secret. His claims resonated in an era of Cold War paranoia and widespread distrust of authority, a time when theories like his could easily take hold. By the early 1990s, Monast was ready to share his findings with the world, claiming to expose a shadowy cabal pulling the strings. He insisted they planned to use advanced holographic technology to simulate divine apparitions or extraterrestrial contact. For Monast, it wasn't just a theory, it was a mission to reveal the truth. But digging into such controversial claims came with risks. He reportedly gathered insider accounts, whistleblower testimonies, and fragments of intelligence to piece together his narrative. His pursuit wasn't without consequence. Authorities arrested him, accusing him of spreading misinformation, a proof of the dangerous line he was walking. And then, in a series of devastating blows, Serge Monast's world unraveled in ways that seemed almost scripted. His home was raided, his children taken by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and then, just days later, Monast himself, along with two of his editors, died suddenly. The cause was revealed to be heart attacks. 3 individuals, all connected by their work exposing what they believed to be a global conspiracy, gone in quick succession. For many, it was impossible to ignore the creepy timing. What made this even more suspicious was that none of the 3 had any prior history of heart conditions. This fueled rampant speculation. Was this a targeted silencing? A stark warning to anyone who dared to reveal truths the powerful wanted buried? These questions lingered, fanning the flames of the conspiracy surrounding Monast's work. At the center of this whirlwind was the idea of the New World Order, a concept that has captivated and terrified minds for decades. The theory speaks of a powerful, shadowy elite working behind the scenes to reshape the world in their image. Monast's revelations, particularly about Project Bluebeam, claimed that this cabal sought not only to dismantle religious institutions but also to centralize control over every aspect of human life. Proponents of the New World Order theory paint a chilling picture: a handful of financiers, industrialists, and political leaders uniting to control global resources, economies, and populations. And their ultimate goal is a totalitarian regime where autonomy is erased, and humanity is subjected to the rule of a technocratic elite. Imagine a world where the concentration of wealth and power allows a select few to dictate everything, from resource allocation to population control. The implications are terrifying, a dystopian vision of humanity's future.
Monast's sudden death, paired with the enduring fears of such a world order, raises unsettling questions. Could this conspiracy hold more truth than we're willing to admit?
Whatever the answer, the echoes of Monast's story continue to haunt, drawing people deeper into the web of mystery surrounding the New World Order.
Monast's story may have faded, but its implications continue to fuel a growing narrative, one that leads directly to the New World Order's alleged master plan, the infamous and deeply unsettling Project Bluebeam. The Endgame. Think of a world where access to life's essentials, food, water, and energy, is no longer a right, but a privilege controlled by unelected officials. All of this is done in the name of sustainable development, but beneath the surface lies a chilling vision. According to conspiracy theorists, this is the ultimate goal of the New World Order. And at the heart of their alleged scheme lies the infamous Project Bluebeam. This mysterious operation is said to involve cutting-edge technology capable of simulating global religious or extraterrestrial events. These staged phenomena would throw the world into chaos, erode faith in traditional institutions, and create a vacuum ripe for a single, centralized world government to step in. Proponents of the theory claim Project Bluebeam unfolds in 4 calculated steps, each more startling than the last. The first phase of this alleged plan aims to dismantle humanity's religious beliefs entirely. Imagine the shock of discovering ancient manuscripts, predating any known religious texts, proclaiming that the world's major faiths were fabricated. These documents, supposedly discovered, would claim to reveal humanity's spiritual foundations as nothing more than tools of control. But it doesn't stop there. The conspirators are said to have uncovered a million-year-old device linked to humanity's origin. This technology, attributed to the Anunnaki beings theorized to have shaped early humans, would supposedly be revealed after a series of artificial earthquakes. The device's data would challenge creation myths across religions, sparking a global crisis of faith. The outcome would be the breakdown of traditional beliefs, paving the way for the NWO's chosen spiritual framework. Once faith is destabilized, the next phase allegedly taps into technologies so advanced they feel supernatural. Imagine this: massive holographic projections of divine figures, customized to resonate with each culture, appearing in the skies simultaneously across the globe. Paired with advanced audio technologies capable of transmitting sound directly into people's minds, these illusions would mimic supernatural encounters so convincingly that they could shake even the most steadfast beliefs. But things go beyond these holograms. Some theorists claim this step includes orchestrating demonic possessions to amplify fear and chaos. This emotional turmoil would further weaken humanity's resolve, paving the way for the next stages of control. Think of the sky split open, revealing towering, radiant figures that seem almost too vivid, too divine to be anything but real. Voices deep, resonant, and unmistakably otherworldly echo across the globe, delivering messages that send shivers down spines. According to conspiracy theorists, these mind-bending spectacles are not miracles but the result of confiscated or reverse-engineered technology, a cache of devices capable of projecting lifelike, three-dimensional images on an unimaginable scale. With religion dismantled, the final step comes into focus: a universal faith engineered by and for the global elite. This new creed, theorists claim, will be stripped of inconvenient morals, ethics, or traditions. It won't unite humanity in love or purpose but instead serve as a tool of control, worshipping a new god hand-picked by those in power. But not everyone will fall in line. According to these theorists, there will still be those who resist, clinging to their faith and principles in the face of what feels like an unstoppable tide. The question then becomes, will humanity see through the illusion, or will we bow to a god crafted not for salvation, but for subjugation? The most sinister twist in this chilling narrative emerges in the alleged use of technologies capable of inducing demonic possession. These devices, according to conspiracy theorists, can manipulate the human mind to create a state of trance-like suggestibility, leaving individuals vulnerable and compliant. Resistance becomes futile when even those who stand firm against the New World Order's agenda find themselves unwitting hosts to supernatural forces, their ability to think critically and challenge the system completely eroded. But this is just the beginning.
They say the third phase of Project Bluebeam is where things take a truly terrifying turn, a high-tech assault on human autonomy that feels straight out of a dystopian nightmare.
At the heart of it? A device that can directly connect to your brain.
Yeah, you heard that right, telepathic, two-way communication. Now, picture this, a machine so advanced it can literally tweak your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. With just the flip of a switch, your innermost ideas could be rewritten, your emotions manipulated, your very identity hijacked. It's like your mind isn't your own anymore, controlled by forces you can't see or fight back against. For believers, this isn't some science fiction plotline. This is what they fear could actually happen if Project Bluebeam gets fully realized. The theory also claims that these shadowy forces would also tap into global computer systems, digging up your most personal information. Then, using advanced satellite tech and electromagnetic waves, they could craft psychological attacks customized specifically for you. Think about that, mind control designed just for you, based on your deepest secrets. It's a chilling thought, no one would be safe. This phase, they claim, is designed to shatter any chance of rebellion, locking humanity into complete submission. It would be a world where no one can resist, where your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are no longer your own. The real question isn't just whether this kind of technology exists, but what happens if it's ever unleashed. Would we even recognize ourselves in a reality where every aspect of our minds is under someone else's control? Or would we become empty shells, puppets in a grand, calculated scheme with no room left for free will? For believers, this is the tipping point, the ultimate loss of freedom, identity, and what it means to be human. And then, there's the final act. The theory suggests that after dismantling traditional religions and manipulating the masses, the so-called global elite would roll out their most mind-blowing deception yet, a fake alien invasion. Let that sink in for a second. The purpose would be to throw the entire world into chaos, force humanity into submission, and make way for a one-world government. But some say this moment has been in the making for decades. Through constant media exposure, UFO sightings, alien documentaries, and mysterious whistleblowers, our minds have allegedly been prepped to accept this moment as truth. The idea is that by the time we see it, we'll believe it, no questions asked. This theory connects to a chilling strategy supposedly devised back in the 1950s, a plan to unite humanity under a one-world government by staging an alien invasion. The logic? If we were all under attack from something out there, we'd forget our differences and rally together. But what if the invasion isn't real? What if it's just a grand illusion, designed to trick the world into giving up its freedom for the promise of safety? The aftermath of Project Bluebeam. If Project Bluebeam were to succeed, the world wouldn't just be changed, it would be unrecognizable. At first glance, this new world order might look like the utopia we've always dreamed of. A single, united government promises peace, stability, and prosperity. The resource wars? Gone. The endless conflicts? A thing of the past. Economies are centralized, resources carefully managed, and for the first time, it feels like humanity might actually have a bright future. For most people, life might even seem better at first. Hunger and homelessness? No longer an issue. Everyone has access to food, shelter, and security. Advances in medicine and technology bring renewable energy, groundbreaking treatments, and even the possibility of life extension. It's the ultimate promise of progress. But beneath this polished image of peace and unity lies a much darker reality. This new world order, some warn, wouldn't be a symbol of equality and justice, it would be a dystopia controlled by a powerful global elite. Behind closed doors, power struggles within this centralized system would fuel corruption and chaos, as those at the top fight to keep their grip on control. And for the rest of us? The very idea of personal freedom would be wiped out, replaced with a system where every single part of daily life is tightly controlled. According to Serge Monast's chilling warnings, it gets even worse. He spoke of advanced brainwashing technologies designed to erase collective memories,